Well, my view is lobbying is legitimate. You know, the Commission, the Council and the Parliament are making rules that impact on all of our lives, also on the profit and loss accounts of many businesses. They're important to business and therefore they feel the need to lobby. But I agree with you. I think the digital economy and digital technology and all of that is the second most lobbied portfolio after climate change and energy and all of that. I think Google is the second biggest lobbyist in terms of access to key officials, but then it's a huge player, 92% of the market in Europe, whatever, so you would expect that. Where I come into it is in the transparency and fairness of all of it. Fine to meet with Google, but let's know that you've met with Google. Fine to meet with such and such a company, fine, but let's know that you met. Generally what was discussed, what outcome is being looked for, because under the treaties, the European citizens have a right to legislation that is made openly, and if all of that stuff, if too much of it is done behind closed doors, then that's wrong. It's anti-democratic. So a big piece of my work is the transparency of the lobbying process and transparency generally. And of course, if you live in Brussels, you're tripping over lobbyists virtually every step of the way, certainly around the streets and Parliament and the Parliament and so on and so forth. So it's a huge industry, and I've made the point as well that I think recent judgments by the ECJ in relation to safe harbour, the right to be forgotten, and all of that are I think it's kind of alerting the global community, business community generally, to the power of Europe as a regulator and an enforcer, and of course a market. And I think inevitably we're going to get even more lobbying taking place in Brussels, which is fine, you would expect that, but it has to be transparent and open as possible.